In this video, we're going to be looking at whether or not the story of the Frog Princess fits with the plotline of a rebirth story. So a rebirth story almost always has a threatening shadow that seems nearly victorious until a sequence of events leads to redemption and rebirth and the restoration of a happier world. So let's see whether or not our story, The Frog Princess, fits with the rebirth story features. So at the very, very beginning, there is a threatening shadow. Vasilisa the Wise appears to Prince Ivan in the form of a frog. A spell has been cast upon her. So she's in the form of a frog, not because she is a frog, but because she's been transformed into a frog. And we find out later in the story that she's been transformed into the frog by an evil wizard. So the threatening shadow seems nearly victorious. It seems as though it cannot be lifted. However, when she's invited to have a feast with the king, she is able to transform at night. And Prince Ivan is amazed by this, and he's so amazed by it that he doesn't want her to ever transform back again into a frog. And so he burns the frog's skin, and she has to go back to the wizard. Now, he doesn't know that this was going to happen. He thought that she could just stay as a princess. But no, she has to leave. And so if we look at the plot line, we can see that the threatening shadow seems nearly victorious. So again, we thought that she'd overcome it, but no, she hasn't. And because Ivan's burned the skin, she curse may never be lifted now, and the spell may never be lifted. And she has to go back and she has to leave him. So of course he's very sad. Now, in order to redeem himself in terms of making sure that he makes up for having made this happen, he goes on a journey to see if he can find her. So he goes to where she has asked him to go to find her, and that is Kosachi's castle. So Prince Ivan goes on a journey to find her at Kosachi's castle and meets lots of interesting characters on the way. Now, all of those characters prove to be very helpful to him, and he is able to be helped by them in order to make sure that at the end, of course, we have this restoration to a happier world. He is helped by those he met and is able to break the spell. Vasilisa the Wise is freed and they live happily ever after. The spell is broken, Kosachi is defeated, and therefore there is the happier world. So it seems to me, and I hope to you as well, that the story of the Frog Princess does seem to have all of the features of a rebirth story. What I would like you to do now is to make a poster to help you remember these features. So imagine you're making this poster for somebody else who doesn't know about a rebirth story, and using the story of the Frog Princess, I would like you to use those examples and then show how they link to the story, the sequence, the plot line of a rebirth story.